Hello, and thank you for taking the time to view our equity research presentation covering Sanderson Farms. My name is Benjamin Fitchie. My group members include Dennis J. Haydell Jr., Ryan Rentz, Mohammed Farouk, and Yafei Yang. Sanderson Farms was founded in 1947 by brothers D.R. Sanderson Jr. and Joe Frank Sanderson. The company's focus shifted from farm supplies to poultry production and incorporated in 1955. Sanderson Farms went public in 1987 and is currently listed on the NASDAQ exchange under the ticker symbol SAFM. Sanderson Farms is currently the fourth largest poultry processing company in the United States and on average produces and distributes 9.3 million chickens per week. Sanderson Farms sells value-added whole chickens or individual cuts to restaurants and grocery stores, as well as frozen chicken for the export market. The company is headquartered in Laurel, Mississippi, and currently operates facilities in 5 southern states, selling chicken in the Gulf and Southeast regions, as well as the international market. Sanderson Farms owns and operates its own hatcheries, feed mills, processing plants, and distribution centers. The company contracts with local independent farmers to use their grow-out facilities. These facilities raise the chickens from hatchlings to full-size birds. Sanderson Farms employs over 10,000 workers, all led by CEO Joe F. Sanderson Jr. Our team analyzed the poultry industry by looking at Porter's 5 forces, which include barriers to entry, bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of consumers, availability of substitute products, and competitive rivalry. The industry has high barriers to entry resulting from high initial capital requirements and costs associated with meeting strict health and safety regulations. Suppliers have significant processing power because of the high demand for feed supplies used in various products worldwide, including ever-increasing demand for alternative fuels such as ethanol. Weather also plays a significant role in determining the price Sanderson Farms pays for their primary cost of doing business. Currency appreciation has given foreign consumers more purchasing power for not only poultry products, but also the same type of commodities that poultry processors rely on for its feed compounds. Price consumers pay for chicken in the market is dependent on the Georgia dock price. The Georgia dock price is established 3 times per week by assessing current supply and demand in the market. The elasticity of chicken products prevents the poultry processing industry from passing on additional costs to the consumer. If costs reach a high enough threshold, consumers will likely switch to other sources of protein, for example, beef, pork, or seafood. Due to globalization, the poultry industry has become even more competitive with favorable trade agreements and government incentives which give foreign companies an advantage within the global processing industry.
Sanderson Farms operates in a highly competitive industry which includes Pilgrim's Pride, Tyson Foods, Hormel Foods, and Purdue Farms. As you can see, the top 4 companies within the industry account for 58% of production. The remaining 42% include over 75 other poultry processors. As the table indicates, Sanderson Farms' 2011 figures are skewed due to their poor performance in 2011. However, as you can see, the 2010 and 2009 debt-to-equity ratios are vastly superior to its peers. This demonstrates the company's ability to generate the same margins without leveraging its operations with debt. You will also notice that Sanderson Farms has been improving its liquidity by having a much higher quick ratio than its peers in both 2010 and 2011. Sanderson Farms is led by Chief Executive Officer Joe F. Sanderson Jr. Mr. Sanderson had previously worked within the company for 15 years and has served as CEO since 1984. The current Chief Financial Officer and Treasurer is Mike Cockrell. Mr. Cockrell had previously worked for a Mississippi law firm, which assisted in Sanderson Farms' initial public offering. He has held the title of CFO since 1993. The board of directors includes 4 executives within Sanderson Farms and 10 additional members that are not affiliated with the company. Their backgrounds include prior experience in business, law, education, and finance. Only 2 of the board members sit on the board of other companies. As the table indicates, Sanderson Farms has a superior return on assets, return on equity, and return on invested capital for both 2010 and 2009. 2011's performance appears to be an anomaly due to the unexpected price increase in grain commodities. As part of the Bergen Road experience, we were invited by CFO Mike Cockrell to tour Sanderson's facilities. Our tour included visiting a hatchery, a feed mill, and a poultry processing plant. At the conclusion of our tour, we were able to discuss Sanderson's past and future performance with Mr. Cockrell and Mr. Cecil Jackson, Macomb's division manager.
In order to value Sanderson Farms, our team used a discounted cash flow, a price-to-equity multiple, and a price-to-book multiple. Compared to today's price of $52.44 as of April 4, 2012, our team used a weighted average of these methods to forecast a 12-month target price of $54. Some of the key assumptions in our model accounted for no additional equity offerings, the company's reported debt schedule, outstanding options, additional processing capacity, and cost and revenue associated with a second North Carolina processing plant. Again, these assumptions and our valuation methods project a 12-month target price of $54. This first graph represents Sanderson Farms' 5-year stock performance. During this time, the stock traded as low as $21.65 and as high as $59.05. The average daily trading volume during this 5-year period was 392,510. This next graph indicates the 25-year production of beef, pork, and chicken. As you can see, the chicken production has increased steadily over the past 25 years, and since 1996 has been the most processed protein in the country. The increased production indicates that Americans have also been increasing their consumption of these various products. If these trends continue, Sanderson Farms will continue to take advantage of the ever-increasing demand. These pie charts indicate Sanderson Farms' ability to take advantage of foreign markets. The company has not only increased the total pounds of chicken exported, but also diversified its export portfolio. By diversifying the company's export markets, the company will minimize its foreign exposure and therefore help stabilize the company's foreign revenue. Some costs that Sanderson Farms will likely not be able to minimize are the costs of corn and soybean. As you can see, during 2011, the company experienced high commodity prices, which had a drastic effect on the company's cost of sales. These unexpected high feed costs are the prime reason that the company faced a $5.74 loss per share. Lastly, this graph indicates the company's 7-year historical revenues and cost of sales. The dotted lines represent our team's projected 2-year revenue and cost of sales. Although 2011's performance was rather poor, our team believes it was because of the higher than expected feed costs. As long as feed costs moderate, we expect the revenue and cost patterns to continue into the future. Our team believes that Sanderson Farms' vertical integration strategy, experienced management, and strong balance sheet will enable the company to maximize its revenue while minimizing its operating costs. Based on these projections, our team expects Sanderson Farms stock price in 12 months to be $54, which our team gives Sanderson Farms a market perform rating. That concludes our Sanderson Farms equity research presentation, and our team would like to thank you for your time and consideration. The Bergen Road reports are produced solely as part of an educational program of Tulane University's A.B. Freeman School of Business. The reports are not investment advice, and you should not and may not rely on them in making any investment decision. You should consult an investment professional and/or conduct your own primary research regarding any potential investment.